Hello, people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Take the goodness wherever you are. My name is OLUCHI. This is still Open Heart with OLUCHI. Thank you guys for the amazing subscriptions, for the shares, for the likes, for the follow-ups, for the comments, for the emails. Oh, for the advices, the messages. Oh, you guys are amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you in all languages. Today, we want to be talking about child abuse. Child abuse. With me here, I have Mrs. Nkiri Beze. She will introduce herself. Can you tell us who you are, my love?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you're watching from. My name's Mrs. Nkiru Ibeze Enenwata. I'm an educationist, former teacher. I'm also a businesswoman, and I'm also a realtor.
Wow.
With real estate, I deal with AY, homes, Xylem real estate, and pertinent homes.
Wow.
So for all your real estate problems, your landed property, I got your back.
Wow, wow. That's massive. That's good. That's good. That's lovely. Welcome, my dear, to this program.
Thank you very much.
Today, we want to talk about child abuse. We all know the trending one in Anambra State about a lawyer, practicing lawyer, who abused her ward in the name of Adachukwu Okafor.
I'm Mrs. Adachukwu Okafor. Happiness Mwafa. In my health, I actually got to know her from her auntie. She's staying with me. I told her auntie that I actually wanted an 18-years-old girl, 17, 18-years-old girl, which she begged me I should stay with her for a while while she brings in the 17-years-old girl. So she's not up to, she's got like 3 weeks in my house. So on Monday.
Can you the next person? Of course, what time I did you? Put to you. But I never get money. Only anything my okay, guys, come on here. You go for a part, and I cannot say you where now. And now, Papalia. I remember my dad said to you, watching and young watching us or Martina. I am a watching and young pets. Imam doesn't give it to make up whatever I acquire. I'm tired and you can manage. Eh? What a good to get a go to your Kadika. What was that? Those sharp objects, those sharp ones that gave her the cut. Those sharp cuts. See, this is my gas. My gas has a big blade, which the police confirmed. My gas I use in cooking has a big blade. You see, it has a massive blade. It's big.
So is it? Do you keep it on a table, on a something, or on the ground?
On the ground.
Okay, you cook on the ground.
I have the four boiler gas and I have the
I can't do that. I can't do that.
I did not do
that.
Mama, mommy, look at me, and I told you, a woman of my status will not do such. I only
you already away for how long? 2 weeks. Why didn't you just appear there and start telling us?
And we also saw the degree of what she's done to that little girl. Can you tell us what you know about child abuse? In a small definition, can you tell us what child abuse can look as, because some people misunderstand child abuse to correcting a child. Personally, I believe that there are so many good ways to correct a child. And when it gets to the extreme and the intent of you doing that, that's when it gets to child abuse. Can you tell us what you understand by child abuse?
Okay, in a layman's view, I think child abuse is intentional harm or mistreatment to a child. It's a kind of bullying a child, you know.
Yeah.
That's considered as a child abuse. And we know a child is someone that cannot reason on his or her own. He's still minor, maybe between the 1 year to maybe 12 years. So I think 18 years above is adults.
An adult, yeah.
Anything less than below, you know, from 1 year to 17, thereabout is a child. And in this child abuse, there are so many ways you can abuse a child.
Yeah.
There's physical abuse and then inflicting injury on a child. You know, some people, they will go as far as using hot electric iron to press on a child. Some people, they use sharp objects, some knife, some bottle, some, you know, any kind of thing. So that's physical abuse. And in this child abuse, there is what they call sexual abuse, as having a sexual intercourse with a minor, a child or a child that is less than, you know, 18 years. We've heard of cases of fathers sleeping with their daughters, which is an incest, abomination. You know? And we've heard of cases of a boss sleeping with a ward or a house girl and all that. We've heard of cases of teachers sleeping with their students. Some they use their hands to finger them and all that. That's sexual abuse. And we also have emotional abuse. Child abuse is not only when you inflict pain or injury. You have emotional abuse when, you know, you yell at a child, you call a child all sorts of names. Maybe it's a child that is having something like a body odor. I think there is a way you correct that child, not telling that child, you smelling whatever, get out of here, I know. You know, that it will make that child to have low self-esteem. To lose confidence in him or herself, you know. There is a way you will correct them without them having this emotional torture. Your mouth is smelling. Get out of here, your mouth is smelling, something like that, so, you know, or calling them names. You know? I know. So there are so many ways to abuse a child. Even negligence is also abuse. Because there is one case at Ago that a mother used the child's school fees to go and do white party. The other one used the child's school fees to go and buy hair, all these luxury hair, you know, all these hair, Peruvian hair, bone straight. It's child abuse. How can a mother? Their education should be a priority for your child. It's priority for your child. You now use the money to go and do a white party or to go and do luxury. Buy your luxury hair, you buy gold jewelry. Abuse.
That's dirty. That's ridiculous.
This child abuse can lead to death because some, you know, there is some negligence. A child will be complaining, I'm having heart pain, I'm having stomach pain, I'm having this one, negligence. It can lead to death. So for now, that's all I can say about child abuse.
Oh, thank you so much, Mrs. Nkiru. You really nailed it. You really, really, really nailed it. You said it the way it is. Because some people will be thinking that child abuse ends in just one part, physical abuse. No, like you say, they have sexual abuse, emotional abuse, negligence, all these things on a child, a minor that cannot fend for him or herself, that cannot do anything to help himself. He needs the guidance of the parents or the guardian. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for throwing more light to this. So today we'll be talking about this. Our main topic now is child abuse, but we'll be talking about this lady, Adachukwu, that really inflicted injury. Did you see that? Did you see the girl? Did you watch it on the telly?
I've watched the video on social media. It was
It
an
is terrible.
It was an eyesore, you know.
It was an eyesore.
I couldn't finish watching the video, but you know, to an extent, it was an eyesore. The injury was so much that, in fact, the lady wanted to kill the child.
That child, yes.
I said that lady is barbaric, is possessed. I said they should go and check her mental status first, because it might be mentally, you know,
Yes, that's what I was talking with somebody in Anambra.
Mental problem. People might not know.
Yeah, somebody was telling me such thing. If she have, but I debunked it. Do you know why? If she have mental problem, she's a practicing lawyer and she's been practicing. She knows the gravity of what she did. She knows what she did because she have her own children and she did not inflict any injury on them. How can you tell a child to sit on a cooking stove? Who does that? And all the research she was doing is just flimsy excuses, because all those things are not what you use to punish a child to that extent. There are so many ways to punish a child. You can, because personally, I told the person, this is not her child. That's why she did that. Because she said that she might be mentally derailed. I said, no, don't go there. She did it intentionally, because it's not at one point. It's everywhere. The girl's body is filled with injuries. From her head to her toe, everywhere. I have never seen a thing like that. I've been seeing hearing of child abuse, but I've never seen this one. This one, she nearly killed that girl. She nearly killed the girl. And look at, she have her own children. As mothers, I'm talking about Adachukwu's own, that because it came out to the public. That's why we know. There are some people that are like that. You get people's children and you maltreat them to the point of death. And you have your own children. Yeah. It's very sad. And she have the guts to come out and be saying that the girl sat on the a stove by herself to test if it burns. That one got me laughing. You know why? Because we all know what is fire. Even a 3-year-old knows what is fire. Yeah. Talk more of the girl, because the girl is about 11. So she was just telling lies. Thank God that the government intervened. The government is the thing that even I saw a documentary. Somebody sent me a documentary of what they did. They did. I think this. What do they call them? What they call these people in this word that in charge of.
Is it the human rights people?
Human rights. They did a documentary.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they did a documentary about her and the child and all the things that she did to the child. Thank God the child is repercuting, and we pray that she survives it, because the injury is massive, it's deep. It's not just one place, it's all over her body. It's all over her body. But as a teacher, as a mother, what do you think that will make a mother to inflict such injury to a child? What do you think?
I think it is wickedness, bitterness
Mm.
of the bitterness. Some people, they do things to the extreme without thinking back. I think I will call it wickedness, bitterness. It is wickedness because if you know how to handle your own child, pamper your own child,
Mm-hmm.
take care for your own child, you don't want your child to be injured or to be pained. But you can do it to another person's child. The way you carried your own 9 months, you know what labor room is saying. The way you delivered your own is the way the other woman delivered his or her own. So I think it is lack of conscience. Everything is all about conscience. It's all about conscience. The woman and some women, not only the woman, they've sold their conscience to the devil.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Because it's very, very sad. You
Sad.
did the first one, the second one, and all her body is full of sore, deep
Yes.
sore, and you still kept her in the house without even taking her to the hospital or to a nearby chemist. So she really want the girl to die. I don't know. I don't know what, like maybe somebody rightly said, maybe she's possessed. She's licking the girl's blood, but I don't think it's that. Like you said, it's just wickedness. She sold her conscience already. She doesn't have conscience.
Yes.
Because a mother that have conscience, I know that this child was born like she had her own. She was born by another woman. She wouldn't inflict such injury on the poor girl. And another thing is parents that is sending from my own perspective, you understand? I think parents that are sending their kids, their children to live with
Somebody.
other people, to serve other people, should know the type of person you're sending your child to.
True.
Yes.
Yes.
Because if not that this one came out, that girl would have died in that house and nothing will happen.
Yes.
Because if somebody is dead, that person is dead. The story that follows is nonsense.
Yes.
You understand? The deed has been done. So sometimes I want to advise parents.
Yes.
Have the number of children that you can train.
You can train. Go for family planning.
Have the number of children that you can train. Not you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you know you are not capable of taking care of them.
Yes.
Then you push them out to go and suffer. Look at that poor girl. Because I know she will not be going to school in that state, in that condition.
She cannot. Are you sure she's going to school at all?
No, she don't. She don't, because she can't walk. She can't go out. She can't stay. She can't go out in that condition. Her body is. Did you see the body? The body was full of sore.
Definitely, she was on house arrest. She can't go out.
She can't go out. So I blame her parents in one part. Because if they had done what they're supposed to do, that child will not be in that condition. But you can't blame them all totally, because this have been on. People have been going out to serve others, to do boy or to do a house nanny or house girl, so that they can go to school, they can feed. It's been in circle. It's been everywhere, but this one came out on a wrong way. Parents, what do you, my sister, Mrs. Nkiru, what do you advise parents as a mother that you are? What do you advise parents about giving out their children as a word?
Mothers, one, the main advice is have the numbers of children you can train. If it is only 2 you can train, have 2 children. Don't depend on people of having children. Don't trust anybody. There is nobody that can train your child. more than you,
Yeah,
or
but
better than you. Even your sisters, even your siblings, they cannot train your child better than you. So have the numbers of children you can be able to train and accommodate, because it is your value you want to instill in those children, not your sister's value, not your uncle's value, not outsiders. If I may say, I know the country is not too fair. Don't give out your children. Go for family planning. Go to general hospital all over Nigeria. It's free. I think in the Western world anywhere.
it's free too.
Go for family planning. Plan the way you have children. If you investigate this issue of Ada, whatever, maybe the children might be, the mother might be having 7 children. Is not looking for a way to give some people to help them to train.
Exactly.
It is wrong. It is
Mm-hmm.
about your children. If you must give, always bring out time to visit them.
So no.
Let there be somebody close to you that will be telling you what's happening before they will kill your child.
Exactly.
I don't have duplicates. So I'm also blaming the mother of that child.
The mother and the father. And the father.
The mother and the father.
The parents, yeah, and two of them.
They neglected their duty. Their parental duty, they neglected it.
They failed that girl. They failed her in all ramifications.
Yes.
They failed her because if they had been there for her, she wouldn't end up in that woman's house.
Yes.
They
are all negligence I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Then what do you think that the government, the society, the government in particular, thank God that the government waded in, they came into this matter because of the gravity of the abuse. I think that's why they waded in. Now, what do you think that they can do to this woman, Adachuku? And how do you think they can do anything the government, like, this is like an advice that they can do to stop such thing? Because if this person is not well punished, it will still go around and still keep coming up and again. People will still be doing it. What do you think? Do you know? I know you're not a lawyer. I know you're not part of the what do they call them?
Legal practitioner.
Yes. But I know that should be. What do you think will be the consequence, the penalty? Let me use it like that. Penalty. That's what do you think they can do to that lady?
I think there is an established law already.
Okay.
About child abuse or something. You know, that child trafficking and all that.
Yeah.
So I believe there is a law, and the woman will face the full law.
Yeah.
They are not going to set her free. She will be tried in the law court and she'll be jailed. I don't know how many years. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know how many years imprisonment, but I know there is already established law about child abuse, child trafficking, and all that.
Okay.
I also advise government to create more awareness on child abuse. Let there be awareness. If you see, escalate. If you see, shout out. If you see something, say something. If you see something, say something. You know, let there be more awareness on it. That's my advice to the government.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Yeah, personally, on my own part, I think the government have a lot of things to do. The government have a lot of things to do. Do you know why I said that? If a state government make like education free, for children. I think so many parents will just be feeding their kids, isn't it?
Yeah, yes, it's a good idea.
Yeah, the government can make education.
Free education.
Free education from primary to secondary school. It will help parents that are not well-to-do to
Yes.
send their children to school, because so many of them is just because of that schooling.
Yes.
Because they cannot meet up with the school payments. If the government can wade in, say this is from primary to secondary school is free, especially for government schools. Then if you have enough money, if you want to put your children or what in private school, that is up to you.
Okay.
But the government, if they can make it free, it can bridge that gap between sending your child to someone that will kill the child or abuse the child just because you want the child to go to school. Then on the other part, if the government from this thing that happened creates more awareness about child abuse, tell people how this thing works, because some people do this and go away with it. Nobody will know. It's just that this one, we just heard about it and it's everywhere on the internet. Some people have been abusing other people's children, even their own children, like you said. Somebody that neglected her child and used the money to go and buy wig. The other one used it to go and do white parties, school fees. You understand? It's all child abuse. Government should put on strict laws, strict things about child abuse. You will see that it will go down. But you know, some people that don't care. Some people don't even know that there is law about against child abuse. Some people don't know about it. That's why you will see a child during school time. You see a child hawking things in the on the road.
The road.
When he or she is supposed to be in school. You understand? So government have a lot to do. Then we as a parents, like you said, the husband and the wife have a lot to do, especially on knowing how many kids you can have the number of kids you can take care of to avoid sending them out. Then on the penalty, let me say, I'm not a lawyer though, but I think if they start with this Adachukwu case, it will diminish so many things. It will pull all those stunts about child abuse down. You know why? If she is well punished, if she faces the wrath of the law, if she faces the panel, if she goes to court and they find her guilty, of which they will. I know she's a lawyer. Lawyers are like that. Yeah, but she can't run away from this one. This one is so glaring. Everybody knows that she did it, and the thing is massive. So if she faces the law and goes to jail for it, I think it will diminish the number of child abuse cases we'll have in Nigeria. But what do you think so?
Yes, it will set as an example to other women abusing their words. Set an example, yes.
Yes, it will be ringing bell if you want to hit that child with hammer, or if you want to burn that child up because he did one or two things. If you want to put the hand or finger on fire, you will remember that somebody is serving jail term.
Yes.
If they can do it this way, personally, can put it. You pay a fine, then you still go to jail.
You still go to jail. Yes.
Yeah, because if that girl had died, you understand what I'm saying? So what advice do you want to give young mothers? Because young mothers, they don't know where life is. They just do ask. Because this lady, this Adachukwu is a young mother. What advice do you have to give them?
Young mothers, especially young mothers, I love the word young. We don't know where life is. But my advice, I'm a typical example. I'll give my own example. There are so many ways to discipline a child. But for bullying, beating, I have children. Don't beat her. There is so many ways you correct her. And when she was coming back, she bought an iPad for my children. So what I normally do now, anytime they do something wrong, I will take the iPad. I will go and lock it inside the wardrobe. And I now noticed that one paid them more than scolding them, because that iPad, they use it, they have educational materials there, they have cartoon there, they have their Bible stories there, they use this to snap pictures and do videos. Samsung, beautiful, whatever. Samsung. And I said, oh, so there are so many ways to discipline these children without beating them. And I said, okay, now that I've got the secret, once I asked them to do this thing, they did not do it. This one, I will just go. You can take away their privileges. If it is DSTV that they love, they want to watch Disney Junior, when it expires, tell them you are not going to subscribe for it. You know, you can take away their privileges. So many ways. You can tell them, okay, I'm not taking you out. Or there are so many ways.
Put them in a naughty corner. Just put them in a naughty corner. All those privileges.
It can be house arrest. Today you are not going downstairs to go and ride your bicycle, your chopper bicycle. Today, nobody is going downstairs today. You know, put them on house arrest. There are so many ways to discipline them. So that's my advice. And also pray for them. They say, train up a child in the way he should go. And when you grow up, you will never depart from it. It's in the book of Proverbs. So also pray for them. Pray for them. Take them to church. Teach them the things of God. Have your family morning devotion prayers, you know. We mothers, you pray for yourself too, because I think some of these things, evil spirits can trigger it. You know, that's my advice for mothers. There are so many ways to discipline a child.
All right, thank you so much. Like you say, there are so many ways to discipline a child. Your biological children, your word, whoever you're staying with, there are so many ways not to inflict injury on the person. You can deprive them of that thing they love so much. You can even, like now, Easter is coming. If a child me, I'm not buying anything for you, I'm not buying any present. The birthdays, you can tell them you're not doing anything for them on their birthdays. Not everything must not end in bush bash. No, everything should not end in beating, kicking, strangling, burning, like Adachuku did. Everything is not like that. Though the kids can get you angry, oh, my sister. I know. They can get somebody angry, but sometimes you control your anger. Yeah, because sometimes you tell yourself, I'm controlling this anger. So like me, sometimes I'll flare up, I'll shout out. At a point, I'll just tell myself, stop. Stop. You understand? Because when we are growing up, our parents shouted at us and did all those things. The thing goes round, you understand? Growing up is I think it's the same everywhere, because at a certain stage they will pass this one, they will pass that one, but until they get to that adulthood, you understand that they will know what they are doing. Our own as parents, as a mother, as a world, is to train them, lead them the right paths, tell them the right thing to do at the right time, not subjecting them to child abuse, beating them all the time, using sharp objects. I had she used sharp objects. She used iron. She used so many things to hit that child. Generally, it is very, very wrong. It is very, very wrong. So the advice you gave is very, 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 very nice. And if any mother practices it, it will go a long way. First of all, to teach that child that what you did is wrong. And come to think of it, those things that you deprive them of using, their brain will reset.
Yes.
Yes. You tell them that you're not going on your iPad. It happens in my house too. You're not using the phone, you're not using your laptop. You reset their brain. They'll start, their brain will reset and they will come back to their normal senses and know that what they did or what they are doing is wrong. Thank you so much for being in our program today. Like you said, you're a realtor, you're a businesswoman. We hope to patronize you. Do you have lands all over Nigeria or all over the world?
Yes, we have lands, we have building, we have apartments if you want to buy, we have a commercial land, we have residential, we have in an estate all over Nigeria. We have lands. If you want to buy,
Wow.
we are there at your
Wow.
service. And our
Wow.
land have papers, C of O. Yes.
Wow. And you have the support of your family, your friends, your people around you. Have people that support you around, people around you support you to get to this extent.
Yes.
No, they?
Yes.
Oh,
My
good.
siblings,
Good.
my
That's what
siblings,
open heart is all
my
looking.
classmates, they are there for me.
Oh,
Yes.
good, good. Oh, that's what open heart with OLUCHI is all about. Supporting each other, leading each other to helping each other to climb, to get to where they want to be. That's what open heart with OLUCHI is all about. Thank you for coming to this show. We hope to have you next time. Maybe one or two things we want to discuss, we can invite you and we'll talk with you. You have been a good inspiration to other people from this talk, these messages you pass. Now, we thank you so much. We hope to see you again. Thank you, my dear.
Thank you very much.
All right. Hey, my people, you have heard it. What child abuse is and how you can help yourself by not inflicting injury or causing harm intentionally to your child, to your ward, to anybody that is staying with you. We use the case of Adachuku, the lawyer in Anambra State, to pass a message. There are so many ways to kill a rat. There are so many ways to caution our wards, our children. You must not be bash boss all the time. No, because you might end up killing somebody. Might end up killing somebody. Open Heart with OLUCHI is all about helping each other grow, not helping each other to diminish or making some inflicting injury on somebody. We've had it from a teacher, a realtor, a business lady, an educationist, Mrs. Nkiri. We've had it from. She nailed it. She told us that it is not always bad bulls. There are so many ways to kill a rat. There are so many ways to caution your child, your ward, anybody that lives with you. You must not be beating or inflicting injuries. You heard what she said about child abuse. Child abuse is not just the baseball side, the beating, the inflicting injury side. There are so many other things that the sexual child abuse, emotional negligence, which is in the part of the families that gave out that child to Adachuku. They neglected the child. They failed the child because if they had not, she would have been with them, stay with them in their house. But they failed her. They couldn't meet up with maybe sending her to school. That's why they gave her out to an outsider that maltreated her to that extent, to the extent of near death. But thank God that she was rescued. Train a child the way you should follow. Is in the book, is in the Bible. Yes, but not inflicting such injury, not near death. Train a child. No, you can't train a child this way. Lord, I harden that child. There are so many ways to do it. Deprive them of those things that they love. Take away their iPad. They will not watch television. They will not watch DSTV. They will not do birthday for them. There are so many things to do to teach a child. When it comes to beating, you caution, you beat, you smack nicely, not inflicting injury on a child. You see, you smack. It's not a must you break the child's head to teach that person a lesson. No, what if the child dies? So I hope we will adhere to these advices and take away anger. It's anger that prompts all this. Take away and too much anger. That's what causes all this. This is still me, Oluchi Emekekwe. This is Open Hearted Oluchi. Thank you guys. Keep watching. Keep following us on Wafon Facebook. Subscribe on Wafon TV Plus. Subscribe, share our messages. Thank you. Take care. See you next time. Bye.